Hey guys, what's up? Blue Potato here with a off-meta pick. We're gonna go AP Tryndamere this game. So a lot of people might ask, does Tryndamere scale with AP? His healing scales with AP, and his spin scales with AP. Now his slow doesn't scale with anything, and his ultimate doesn't scale with anything. Alright, so I'm gonna show you guys the end screen for the game that we're gonna play. You can see Mastery went 117, Darius went 11-9, Garen went 7-11, and Morgana went 7-6. What a very strange team comp. We have no ADC. Garen and Darius are duos, and they went bot lane. So, see how good AP Tryndamere can carry. And obviously this is off meta, so it's not preferred to do it. This is just fun for you guys, for myself to play and to see. So without further ado, I present to you Wizard Tryndamere. So I'm going to skip forward here. I'm just adjusting my scoreboard now, but I'm going to skip forward to the 20 seconds because I'm just helping Lee Sin with his red. So the first item I go for is Hextech Gunblade. It gives me both AP and AD. It also provides me the slow without having to buy Blade of the Ruined King, which is an AD item, and the purpose of this is to go as much AP as I possibly can. And you'll see on my guides, I play really passively, and I don't play aggressive, and I don't look for all-ins in the first few levels, but when it comes to these kind of games, I like to limit test to see how good my enemy responds to my engages. So here I'm waiting to go all-in on Lucian, waiting for my spin to go off cooldown. He burns his dash here, which means he has no escape. So I'm going to approach him, I'm going to spin on him, ignite him, and hit him once with my auto attack. For his delayed reaction, he burned both ignite and flash. I still have ghost up, and I also have my honey fruit. You'll see I'm also limit testing my battery because I just got the warning saying that my battery is going to die, so I need to charge it. And this right here is Wave Management 101. Before I back, I'm going to push this as far as possible, make it crash into the turret so the red minions start piling up and push slowly towards me. I have a pretty nice 700 gold lead on Lucian. I get back to lane. I only missed one minion. And that's really important, you guys. So when you are controlling the wave, you don't lose a lot of gold. So you can go back, buy your items, heal up, and look at all these minions. I can just stand by my turret and let it slowly push to me, and nothing's going to happen to my gold. And this is another very valuable skill you should have. I'm not going to miss a single minion here, even though my turret's taking it and my minions are taking it. If you can learn how to farm safely on your turret, you're going to keep your gold lead, or you're going to start keeping up with the gold that your enemy has. And you don't have to worry about getting ganked. For example, this Lucian, he is ranged, so Tryndamere is already in a bad spot as it is. Me farming safely is one of the ways I can keep my lead going. Honestly, the best way to practice is taking it to the practice tool. You know, spawn the minions and just let them push to your turret and see how many you can get. You'll eventually start getting better and better, and then you can implement it in PvP or even ranked games. Now, Lucian roam there, I wouldn't recommend roaming if you're behind. There's really no reason for it. And you're going to see something that I usually do sometimes, where I'm going to back, but I see that I don't need that much money left by my gunblade. I need 200 more gold. So I'm going to stay and farm the minions. It's faster than me waiting in the fountain. The other thing I'll do here is harass Lucian to the point where he has to recall as well. Usually, when I recall, I want to make sure the enemy recalls so we can meet back in lane at an even time. If I recalled here, Lucian would have the freedom to push this lane, get to my turret, break down some plates. So I'm going to spin on him, you know, auto attack him and retreat, and keep doing that until his health starts going down. Did you catch the micro mistake that I did? If not, I used my heal when I was ignited. And if you don't know, ignite has grievous wounds, which means that my healing is cut in half. So I should have saved my heal for after ignite. And you can see Lucian still pushing this lane. He has no idea I'm here in this bush. So I'm going to ghost, I'm going to ult just in case he pops off of me. He flashes away, I ignite him, I auto him, and he dies. That's 2 kills, I'm 2-0, feeling good. Now that Lucian's dead, I was going to recall, but I see the minions are really close to the turret, so I'm going to kill his minions, let my minions crash into his turret, so when he returns to lane, he would have missed a lot more gold than what he could have gotten. And when I get back to lane, it would slow push back to me. So I recall, let's take a look at the scoreboard. Yi is 1-3, Garen is 0-3, Darius is at 1-2. We're not looking so good. Morgana is still positive 1-0. So we're not doing so hot. Altogether, the team is 5 to 8 kills. The one thing I have to do to make sure is that Lucian does not become a threat. I think he ulted the wave for some reason. Maybe he's thinking about getting to Dragon as fast as possible. But the one thing I want you to see is that my wave control managed to get all the minions in the center until I returned. I didn't miss a single minion again. And you'll see highlighted there in the map that Yi and Lucian found each other, and Master Yi for some reason engages. He dies to Lucian, which sucks, so me shutting him down this far doesn't really much, and Yi is just pinging to engage the enemy, but obviously I'm not going to do that. Gotta do some smart things. So my recommendation for you guys is if your teammates are pinging you like crazy because they did a silly mistake, just let them do silly mistakes. At this point, I know Yi is not to be trusted, so I'm not going to follow him around. They're going to go for Dragon. I'm going to go for First Blood Turret because that gets me gold. And at this point, I got to push to win. So First Blood Turret and also free farming made me buy Static Shiv just straight up. So you see the whole team is at Dragon. Master Yi went to Rift Herald for some reason. My team just died, so I'm going to leave Dragon alone. I'm assuming they were going to secure it, so I'm going to go help Master Yi with Rift Herald. Nautilus has appeared to contest the Rift Herald. Now Master Yi should be able to fight this, but he decides to let Rift Herald go. Thankfully I got there in time to not let Rift Herald refresh. Master Yi smited so early for some reason. He starts to engage the enemy champs. I stay on the objective because that's my goal. Objectives win the game. I don't care if I kill, I don't care if I don't kill, as long as I get the objective. And you're going to see the strength of AP Tryndamere right here. I don't have any ADs, so this is all just spin damage, and I did a big heal. Unfortunately, I can't fight them all, but I did get 2 kills. And thankfully, Darius and Garen both went Dragon Lane to push that turret while they were engaged on me. That's a really smart move on them. They're going to secure this turret for us. Back, let's take a look at the scoreboard. Master Yi 1-6, Morgana 1-1, Darius 4-3, and Garen 0-4. Right now I'm securing Scuttle for vision. I'm trying to see where I can place this Rift Herald. Nautilus here gets a little curious, and I'm going to chunk him for about 300 damage with just 1 spin. He's building a lot of armor, and that would make sense if I'm building a normal path. The team is comprised of 4 people who do attack damage. Master Yi, Tryndamere, Garen, and Darius. Here's a Kaisa. Let's see how fast I can take her down. That spin is just insane, and thankfully I have lethal tempo, which gives me attack speed, which means I can crit more often with my passive. I dropped Rift Herald there, but you can see just how fun AP Tryndamere is. It's just an unexpected amount of damage with a spin. I got my charge off, and unfortunately Evelyn managed to kill that Rift Herald very quickly. I was going to engage on her, but then I see Nautilus, so I decided to back off. I escape, I recall, and I walk back to lane. I see Lucian, and I assume he's alone, so I try to see if I can go for the kill here. I probably should have slowed him and spun on earlier, but I decided to kind of wait a little bit. I used my ultimate here just a little too early. I also use my heal again when I'm ignited, so that burns a lot of the healing potential. Evelyn drops a ward there, so I assume she's going to try to go for a turret dive, so I walk as far back as possible to be safe. And this is just a funny kill. I actually die here because Evelyn flashes, and she gets into range, and it's just crazy how close she can get to me before being seen. Thankfully Garen is there and she has no escape, so it is what it is. Once I respawn, I take a look at the scoreboard. Master Yi 1-8, Morgana 2-1, Darius 6-4, and Garen 2-5. And we're slowly starting to catch up. We're 18-20, so we're not that far behind. And this is the reason why I don't like to do a lot of surrenders. You saw earlier that surrender showed up. I declined it. You know, I'm the kind of guy that likes to play to the end. People make mistakes, so you just gotta wait for the prime example or the right time to take advantage of those mistakes, and you can end up winning the game. And I'm recalling here, it's the safest option. You know, a lot of the team is fed, so I don't want to take any risks that I don't need to. Plus, I can buy my Lich Bane, and that's a really big spike because every time I spin, or every time I slow, I do extra attack damage. Lucian is getting a double kill. Darius didn't actually manage to kill anybody, so we're starting to lose that gap that we were closing. We're now 19-24. Surrender button shows up again. I decline it. So I know Rift Herald up. I try to defend it. Unfortunately, I can't. AP Tryndamere isn't the kind of guy that's gonna go in and 4v5. You have to be a little bit more strategic than that. So here I try to protect it. I know they're gonna try to take Baron lane turrets because they're so close. So I'm trying to get my Fury up to get my critical strikes up. I can't defend first turret. I try to see if someone's going to come help me bottom second tier turret, but I know they're going to go for Dragon. I'm still pinging for assistance because he already got it. Hopefully they get here fast. They took the second tier turret, so the only option they have now is to drop Herald on third tier turret, which they do, or inhibitor turret, sorry. I try stopping Lucian. Nautilus ults us. I'm losing a lot of health. After all that damage though, I did heal up very nicely. We're going to try to stop Rift Herald before she charges, and we successfully managed to protect our inhibitor turret. Morgana managed to kill Lucian, which is fantastic. There's a big team fight going on. I'm trying to see who I want to target. Nautilus looks nice. He's going to die pretty fast. I didn't mean to KS. That was an accident, but it happens sometimes. I'm trying to carry the game anyway. No, just kidding. Don't KS if you can avoid that unless you're Pike. And right now I'm going to take advantage of the fact that Darius and Garen are trying to fight for some reason. I want these turrets. That's what I'm looking forward to because that gets me gold. So we took first tier turret. We're going to try to take second tier turret, but Garen is going to die. So I have to go help him out because I have full health. Check out this damage I do with Sheen. I just chunked her for 500 health and she has no escape. That was a really easy kill for me. Garen is still being chased. He ran to me, which is the right thing to do because I'll keep him safe. Everyone's confused. They thought that was Garen and they just had to recall. So right here I'm going to use Garen as bait because I know they see him. They assume he's alone by himself. And here I'm going to run away from him so they know he's alone. And I'm going to assume that Kha'Zix's going to jump in on him. And I was right. So here you're going to see a good example of what you want to position yourself in as a carry. You ignore Nautilus because he's the tank. When I go for Kha'Zix, he's the damage. Doesn't matter what Nautilus does. His damage is negligible. And you can see the map that Garen died to Lucian. Lucian ran right next to me. And that's an easy kill for me. That's 2 kills for me. And that's why map win is also important. If you weren't looking at the map, you wouldn't have noticed that Lucian was running directly towards me. If I had turned towards and fought Nautilus, I would have lost all that positioning advantage I had. And my healing, I just healed 600 with my Q. I looked like I didn't even get into a fight. Kai'Sa here is panicking. She's going up against Master Yi and myself. She's running towards safety, but I say, you know what? This turret, I don't even know what it is. Kill her, secure that. I'm waiting for demolish, and I take another turret. We just took 2 turrets in the exact same second. 4 people dead. Let's go for the inhibitor turret. You know, Kha'Zix is here. I accidentally hit him with my static shiv. I just healed again for 600, or 570 to be exact. Unfortunately, Yi dies again. At this point, he's not even worth any gold. Garen and team managed to take an inhibitor turret. So now we have allied super minions, which is awesome. We are starting to close this gap and take advantage of the fact that they're making a lot of mistakes. They're choosing a lot of team fights that they can't win. They're getting aggressive when they shouldn't be aggressive. And this is how people lose their leads, right? And it happens to me, it happens to you. I mean, I have a 1N X Yi. Everyone assumes you're going to lose. Everyone gets tilted or everyone gets upset. But who cares? Everyone is playing the game how you play the game. At this point, just consider him an extra shield for X amount of damage. Kai'Sa appears out of nowhere. She's going to die. Me and Garen are both here together. Once we collect Kai'Sa, I'm going to see if they have any jungle camps I can take. And here's another good example of positioning. Unfortunately, I am AP Tryndamere, which means I don't do damage like I should. So if I was AD, this probably would have been different. But you see how I ignore Nautilus? I go for Evelynn and I go for Lucian because they're people that do the damage. And here you can see how negligible my auto attacks are because I'm AP. But my heal is big. So this is why it's kind of important to understand the nuances of your champion before you go off meta. And I'm going to go back engaging. I have my spin. Pretty sure I die here, yeah. I'm going to speed up the wild goose chase that is Elder Dragon fight. Master Yi dies before Elder Dragon comes up, and so he's down for the count. We're just chasing people back and forth. Nobody wants to go for Dragon. Evelynn, you can see she's in the center lane. She's actually going to manage to take inhibitor turret because everyone just walks away and goes for Dragon. I've been here the whole time, and I realize this. So you know what? I say, you know what? I got to go stop her from taking this turret. Me and Darius chase her. She manages to get away. So you see how crazy this is. Well, I don't want you guys to watch all of it, so that's why I cut this off. And I'm waiting for the opportune time to start a fight. And this is where they make a mistake. Kha'Zix ignores a 1000 HP Elder Dragon to go try to fight Darius with Nautilus. So I managed to take it. And here, Sheen proc just pops off, kills him, chunks him for like 400. And I got a double kill. But these are the mistakes I was telling you about earlier that people make. Not everyone is perfect, and a lot of times these small little mistakes add up. We just took Elder Dragon, which gives us true damage, and it also was Cloud Dragon, so it means we're really fast. And talking about mistakes, there I just died because I didn't use my ultimate. I didn't expect Lucian to do that much damage that fast, but he does have Kraken Slayer, so every 3 auto attacks is a nasty chunk of my health. You probably noticed that I sold my Guardian Angel when I bought Rylai's Crypto Scepter. That was because Guardian Angel's passive takes a while for it to come back to become active again. So I decided to use Riley's Scepter for its passive, which slows whenever I hit somebody with an ability. So when I spin on somebody, they get slowed. I also bought teleport boots just so I can get into a team fight a lot faster. I still have 20 seconds on my death timer, so when I do respawn, I can probably teleport to an ally if they need me to. And thankfully I did buy teleport, because right here on my teleport, I see Kha'Zix is really low, so I'm going to spin on him and kill him with Elder Dragon's True Damage Bleed. I ignite Evelyn to keep vision on her, get a double kill on Kaisa, and now I have to escape. Both of these guys are pretty healthy, and I don't have an ability or a way to get around them. But you'll see that I run all the way back to Fountain, because I don't want what happened earlier to happen again, which is where Evelyn jumped me right next to my turret without me noticing. I also can't risk dying since I'm the only one alive for a little bit. And here you'll notice that I sell teleport boots because it has 3 minutes before it comes off cooldown. I pay Quicksilver so I can avoid any CC if that happens from Nautilus or Evelyn. And I'm going to fast forward here because nothing exciting happens except for the fact that I take jungle creeps. And here is a silly mistake that I did earlier. It happens again. I don't ult and I die pretty much early. And let's just see, right? Will the enemy team take advantage of the fact that I died, Morgana died, Master Yi's dead, Garen's dead. Only person left alive is Darius. So what can they do with this? Nothing happened. Our super minions are pushing so hard that they had to recall and protect their base. You can see that their base only had like 900 HP. So yeah, thankfully the mistake that we did didn't cost us anything. But that doesn't mean that the next mistake will not cost us the game. We managed to take Baron, and now we're going to try to see if we can push the game to an end. And I chose to push out middle lane because middle lane for them has super minions, so it'll give our super minions the most trouble. You're about to see Kaisa pretty much disappear. Her health went like half down with just one spin, and Nautilus came to save Lucian, and I have to leave and heal up. You see Evelyn getting really desperate for a kill. Thankfully my team was able to save my life there. And at this point we're going to push to end. I'm going to go with Darius and just shove this to the Nexus. So what's the lesson here? Don't surrender so early. We had a big feeder, right? Master Yi went 1 and something, and we still managed to win the game. At the end of the day, the Nexus wins the game. Doesn't matter what happens in between. The fact that I went AP or AD didn't matter. The fact that we had no ADC didn't matter. The fact that Yi didn't have his best game, that didn't matter at all either. So I'm going to show you the end results of the game just so we can compare some statistics. As AP Tryndamere, I made 1,000 gold per minute, 24,000 with 24 minutes of the game. I got out damaged, obviously. I took the most damage, participated in a lot of team fights, made the most gold. But here's the interesting thing. This graph shows you that we should not have won this game. We were both in a gold and experience point deficit. But that's AP Tryndamere for you guys. I hope this is a fun video for you guys to watch. Hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys have a great day. Take it easy, you guys. See you on the Rift.